So on.
Go on then.
No, man, go
Go on
on.
now. Go on.
So online shopping isn't new, but as you can imagine, folks, sales have increased since we've been home the majority of the time. Image consultant DJ Ziri McKenzie is on the on Zoom with us. Good morning, DJ. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning, Neville. Thank you for having me.
It is our pleasure. I hope you are well. So we have the pros and cons, right? But it's almost contradictory because some people say it is the greatest thing to do, and then others you have to be careful when you do it. Tell me about what is good about online shopping.
So I have my notes here because boy, there's a lot. There's a lot to talk about when it comes on to online shopping. And if you were to talk about the pros, of course, it will be easier access to more variety. And of course, it is more affordable than if you were to walk into a store locally and purchase because of the markup and all of those additional costs that come associated with purchasing locally. And it's easier to make a more informed purchase. So you can actually do your research. You can actually know whether or not you're buying a dupe or you are buying from a source that is somewhat not, not the best source. So you can easily avoid buyer's remorse. You know that feeling that you get when you walk into a store and you make a purchase and you just feel away the next day after you purchase it. You easily avoid buyer's remorse when you shop online.
I went jump in. Here, one of the problems I have with it is because what if you don't get the right size or it don't fit as well? Because, I mean, if you go in a store, you can try it on and you know whether it fit. You buy it online, I wear size 9, some of the shoes size 9 is too tight, and you have to go sell it back, it costs you a lot. So when you say buyer's remorse, it can still be tricky.
Yes. It can be tricky, but you can easily return it. Most stores online accept returned items. The only con about that is that it's a little bit more expensive than if you were to just buy it in a store and walk to the store and return it because you have to spend on shipping fees to return it. So sometimes stores charge an additional fee if you are returning and so on and so forth. But it's almost as simple as walking into a store and purchasing.
Deidre, let me go back to your first point about it being more affordable. Actually, that was your second point. So even with duty and stuff, because depending on what you buy, it attracts a larger cost to bring it in. So even with that, you still think this is a more affordable option?
Yes, I still believe it is more affordable because most times a store will pay shipping costs and they will also put an additional
Markup on it,
if
okay.
you're buying it locally. So if you're buying it online, you will just pay the shipping cost and the cost to purchase the item.
Okay, so your last point on the pros is that you can shop till you drop, but you don't spend a cent?
Yes. So a little habit that I have is to add all the items to my cart. So everything I like, I just scroll through and I say, oh, I like this, put it in my cart. I like this, put it in my cart. And I just add a ton of things. Sometimes I end up with 100 and add stuff in the cart.
100 things you can hold in your cart? That's a big cart.
Yes. Some carts have a limit though. But as much as my limit can hold, I put it in the cart. Then I go to bed. And when I wake up back, I just take everything back out of the cart.
Or if there's something that you cannot sleep because you're thinking about it, you say, okay, I'm going to buy this. Yeah.
I will purchase it at that time.
I love
but
that.
only when you really need it.
It's a good strategy. All right, so let's talk about some of the cons now. What are some of the reasons that we should think twice?
Yes, the major con is that it's very easy to get scammed online.
The con is that you can get conned.
Yes, the con is that you can get conned.
Yeah.
So there are 3 ways you can actually get conned online, or there are probably more, but I just identified the more common ways. And one is that you pay for an item that you never receive. The other one is what you receive is far from what you ordered.
But hold on again, man. Go back to me never receive it. Then what I do? If I pay for my stuff and I don't receive it after a month, 2 months, then what I do?
There's
Canada.
nothing to do really. You can request to get back your money. You can ask, oh boy, this number two. You can request to get back your money, but sometimes you never get it back. So this one is what you receive is far from what you ordered. This person ordered Yeezys online, and they got something looking like bed
They did
slippers.
not. This is real?
That's amazing. But isn't there anywhere I can report these people and make them find them and lock them up or no? That wouldn't be
It
easy to.
depends. It depends on the site that you order from. So, like on Amazon, you can
Yeah.
report the seller. On eBay, oh, this person ordered some chairs.
You're not talking the truth.
And what this person did not do, because a lot of the times what these scammers do, they put it in the description what you're actually going to get. But you don't read the fine
Don't
print.
read the fine
Yeah,
print.
yeah.
Yes, you don't read the measurements, you don't read the details to know that this is the item that you actually requested. So when
Yeah.
you go to Amazon and you're reporting it now, Amazon will be like, but this is what you ordered.
Yep.
So I
yeah.
order some dining chair and I get some chairs for like my little girl and her dolly. Some,
Yes, yes.
and they say, well, you got
Yes,
dining chairs.
Yeah, those AirPods were like, oh
Oh, this is
my.
an iWatch. Somebody I ordered an iWatch and that's what they got. The Apple iWatch.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So what you received is not what you purchased. It's exactly what you requested, but you didn't know that's what you were requesting because you didn't read the fine print, which is what we just spoke about. Oh, those jeans they fit perfect.
I was going to say,
Another con is the shipping costs, Deidre.
Yes, another issue is the shipping cost. Sometimes it can be really high, especially when you are trying to clear it here in Jamaica. And then the other issue is to return the item is double the amount. So sometimes when you get the wrong item, it's just not worth returning the item because you end up purchasing the item again and having to spend on shipping costs and spend on all these additional things. I actually purchased these sneakers. So I actually got what I ordered.
Yep.
So this is my foot on the left.
On the
on
left.
the left.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if the darker hue foot, that's mine.
Yeah.
And then on the right is what I ordered. So I actually got what I
Yeah.
ordered.
Question though, and I don't know how much research you've done, but how often you feel people really get conned trying to, buy stuff online?
It can be pretty often because you have many buyers, many sellers online. There are a whole lot of them. You have a whole lot of websites that sell. You have a whole lot of fake websites that sell. And if you don't do the due diligence and you don't do the research, you can get caught. I've gotten caught. Like, I don't have any pictures of them, but before, when I was inexperienced and I, was just happy to be shopping online, I would just see something, click it and say, oh, I'm going to buy this, not doing the research or looking into the site or anything. And I think it's a pretty high amount, maybe 7 out of 10 times
Wow.
people, can get duped.
Wow. You don't have it as a con, but what about online information like your credit card and stuff? Isn't that a scary thing also?
Yes, that is a scary thing. I mean, you're exposing your whole life to the internet and to anyone who's on the internet. It is important to do your research in that area as well. I would advise that if whenever you're shopping online, you use an app like PayPal, which is a third-party app. It stores the information and it ensures that your information is protected whenever you're doing online purchases.
Okay.
So sometimes you will see the option to do PayPal or to do direct credit transfers. Most times, go for the PayPal.
Okay, and you're also telling us well, you just said do your due diligence. Another con that you have here is that sometimes you order an item, it can take months or even a year to be shipped, which is
Yes.
crazy. You have an actual
Which is
experience of a
crazy.
year.
Yes, I have an experience of almost a year. I ordered
Crazy.
some fabric and it did not reach me until like the 9th month, so like long after the event.
It had to gestate. It was like a pregnancy generation.
Like,
Wow.
They put it on the wrong plane.
Just saying. They sound like
and I ordered it 3 months in advance because I was like, I know how shipping is.
Wow.
So, I'm going to just order 3 months in advance. So in case it's delayed, 9 months later.
Oh gosh. And then finally, which is very important because we want to avoid mental distress because we have enough things to worry about, shopping moderation.
Yes. It is very distressing when you go online and you see things that you like and you just want to buy everything, and you see all these Instagram models in it, and you see people traveling the world with stuff that you like, and you just can't get it. And pretty much you just need to back off, you need to zoom out, you need to come off of online, you need to come off of social media and just take a breather, because it can be mentally distressing if you can't get something that you think
Yeah.
you need.
Final question from me, Deidre. That 100 thing that you did put in the shopping cart, you did end up buying any of the 100?
Half of the times, no.
But it's good. It's vicarious. Vicarious shopping is very satisfying,
Yes, it's like window shopping.
It is. It's very, very satisfying.
No, but if me have the store and see I load up the cart and the next month you take them back out, I just block you.
No, sir. They not block you. Thanks, Deidre. Black Friday coming up, so get your carts empty because you got to fill them up.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
I'm ready.
Yeah, good to see
This
you.
morning. Thank you. Branded image consultant Deidre Ziri McKenzie with us this morning on Smile. Nev, the next time you shop online, be careful, okay? I mean like the line around the back of your house. That's the only one you have.
All right, folks. More on Smiling just a little while. Stay with us, please.
Fun.